there are 3 opportunities in life. You're either going to fall too early, you're going to leave at the wrong time, you're going to ripen at just the right time and be picked, or you're going to ripen, but you're going to stay connected to that source too long and you're going to rot right on that tree. Hey everybody, so I had some random thoughts the other day while I was out picking some pears, and I have 2 pear trees in my yard, one in the front, one in the back, and they bear an abundance of fruit every other year. And so I have observed how it goes with the fruits. And I'm like, this is really kind of like how people are. So I want to share with y'all the 3 types of fruit that I have observed being this pear preserve making, pear picking woman. You have the fruits that falls on its own. It falls typically too early, and sometimes it's because it has like rots or like an insect that got to it or whatever, but you just have this fruit that typically falls too early. I've always observed the fruit that falls too early, because it's only ripe around the end of July, beginning of August. And the fruit that falls too early will start falling in early July, maybe even June. Or as it's pear time, like pear picking time, it will fall, but it falls on its own. It's usually too early, and it's always smaller than it's supposed to be, right? Stick with me here. You'll get some good revelation. It's always smaller than it's supposed to be, because the rest, and I know this because the rest of it is pretty big. Like, I mean, the pear should take up almost your whole hand. You should be only able to really hold 2 pear in your hand. That's how like big that they get. The fruit that falls too early is always too big. Then there's the fruit that I go to pick myself. I'll shake the branches or whatever so that they fall off, but it's ready, it's ripe and ready to be picked at that time. I pull it off, it comes off very easily. You know it's ready. I don't have to fight with it to come off. You just pick it right off the tree. That's the fruit that's ripe at the right time of picking. And then you have the fruit that stays on the tree too long. And if you keep it on the tree too long, it was already ripe at one time, but if you keep it on the tree too long, it will start to rot. It will still be attached to the tree, but you will see brown spots appear on it. Bugs, insects get to it. It starts to rot right there on the tree, even though it's connected to the vine. And so I say that these are 3 types of people, because you have people who in every season, you either are picked, you either leave too early from that season of whatever you're in, could be a job, whatever, it's a relationship. You leave too early. You don't stay long enough to get ripe. You don't stay attached enough to the vine to get ripe. You fall, you stay there too long, You stay there too long and you don't get picked. Therefore you rot. You are still connected to that source, that job, that relationship, that church, whatever it is, you're still connected to that source, but you sit there too long and you rot. And then there are those of us who get picked at the right time. You ripen accordingly, like you're supposed to, through whatever system program you're going through. You ripen at the right time and you leave accordingly. You leave the job, you leave the situation, the friendship even sometimes, unfortunately, that's how things go, at the right time. So I want you to think about which situation you are in currently in every area of life. Are you falling too early and you don't grow enough and you're immature? Are you ripening but rotting because you're staying connected to that source for too long? Or are you the type that is going to be on that tree and you're going to get picked at the right time, because you're going to hearken to the ear of you're hearkening your ear to the sound of the Lord, and you know when it's time to go. It's 3 options. Be blessed in figuring out which one you are, and don't be the kind that is too immature, you fall too early, you leave too early, too soon, or the kind that rots on the tree. Because you can still be in full size and sit there and just be rotting because you're not at your full potential. Be blessed.